So in my header section, I had done a few things that helped. I have a darker, now it's a darker video, but before I had a darker image so that my white type would read, and I made the text weight really thin, lightweight on my button. But I know there's many of you that have a not so dark image and a bold type button, and there's two things that I normally do to counteract that. And I think to show you some of those things, I might put a copy of those back in here so I don't have to disrupt my code that I had up there. So I'm going to go to my HTML and copy that header stuff out. Where is it? Masthead. The container that has this stuff. Copy that. And what do I call that thing? Oh, I went too far. Image above footer? No, image above team. Team, image above team. Okay, this is it. Oh, I just commented it out, so I'll just uncomment that so I can work with it. Oh, well, okay. So with the lighter image and the lighter type, we just can't read it. So there is a trick to deal with that. So let's highlight it here, and part of the problem is I want it to apply it here but not somewhere else, so we're going to need something specific for just this area. So we need a way to talk about this that's different. Let's see, so it's masthead heading class. So if we talk about the parent, and the parent in this case is named what? Team top. So if we do a team top hashtag before we do the masthead heading and masthead subheading, then we could get our classes right. So right now, if we go to one of these, we have it on line 210, but we want it to be different for just these other ones. So let's go to 210 and copy what's there. So there's two. There's the masthead heading and the masthead subheading. So the easy way, but it's kind of dangerous because you might miss or forget what you had. Let's see if we can just add it to the front here, team top. And I don't want to mess with any of these things. I just want to do a text shadow, and I'm going to offset it 0 pixels left and right and 0 pixels up and down, but I'm going to blur it 10 pixels and do the color black. And there we can see it. So it puts this spread out fuzzy black. So it's actually a little bit too tight on this image. It's kind of too obviously there. And where are we? Let's make sure we can mess with it. So here we can see that it's at 10 pixels, but let's try changing that to 20 pixels. That's better. So it spreads out, is not quite so obvious that it's there on this image. Maybe even 25. Yeah, so that way it affects the image less. It's the blackness though is a little bit harsh. I'd actually rather it was kind of a dark brown. So this is a nifty tool. By clicking on this, I can actually sample a color that's on the image. So let's find one of the darker brown colors here. That's better, but it's a little bit too light. Yeah, I like that. So I'm going to copy this brown color and put it in there. And that was at 25 pixels. Okay, so I'm going to use that same method to do the same exception for the subheading. Okay, but I don't think I am going to be fine with much smaller, just 10. So that's our welcome to our studio thing here. That way it has some space there. Okay, that looks better. So this button, the other thing I was talking about is letter spacing. So in this button right now, we're doing a font weight of 100. If it wasn't 100, and even worse if it was a super thick thing like 900, it just gets hard to read because they're kind of too close together. So we can add a letter spacing, and I'm just going to do 2 pixels. It's a bit much. 1 pixel. 1 pixel's fine. Okay. So in this case, that would have done it to the button above that I have and messed that up, which I don't want. So I'd have to be specific again to the section that has a button XL. So that would be button XL but under team top ID. So I'm going to copy this from here, find where I have the other button XL, guess it's further down. Here it is. Type team-top and then put it in and do just the exception. So that one in the team top area is going to be 900 font weight and 1 pixel letter spacing. So that way that one stays that way, and the one that's up top stays the way that it was. Okay, hope that helps someone. What else was there? Letter spacing, the box or type shadow. So mine's messed up here because I did a specific height on the team top. So if I take that off of team top and let it just spread for the content, if I had that content, then it would allow for it to not overlap the other section. Okay, this is a little bit odd to have 2 different ways of doing the social icons, but I'm just trying to show how that could work. So I think, well, I did not add my videos thing in here. We could do that pretty easily. So when I added the videos section, I did not add a link to it. So if I'm going to do that between services and portfolio, I could do that quickly. So that section is just called videos. Where is that? Videos. So this ID name of videos. So I would just go up to the navigation, copy this, make it go to videos, and videos. There we have videos. History, videos. Okay, I think that's all I want to do in this recording.